That's exactly what I put in the Survivor Series thread. It was a TNA-esque finish.
How many of Undertaker's matches lately have ended with these weird gimmick finishes like this?
Is he
Edge
hurt?
getting choke slammed through the fire.
Is he hurt?
I don't know.
He's always hurt, isn't he?
He seems like a walking time bomb nowadays.
I think Shawn Michaels and Taker, they should actually be putting over younger wrestlers by now because, and especially Taker. I understand his legacy and all this bull, but I think it's time.
I think
he's not even looking good. He doesn't look like the Taker of old.
Oh, I'll admit I'm a huge Taker fan, but I think he should have retired back when he faced Orton at WrestleMania a few years ago.
There's a topic on the forum. The forum is OWWFan.com. You're listening to OWW Radio. Radio at ObsessedWithWrestling.com is the email address. Give us a write. Send us an email there. Radio at ObsessedWithWrestling.com. There's a topic on the forum about Taker getting a huge send-off, much like a Flair. Of course, he's going to be into the Hall of Fame, but does he deserve such a send-off like Flair? I mean, you think he's in a Flair category, Taker is?
I think WWE will give it to him because of his history with the company.
Yeah, I mean, Taker's done a lot more for Vince and WWE than Flair did, and Flair's done more for the industry, but...
Well, isn't that what the Hall of Fame is? I mean, you got to do more for the industry.
Like William the Refrigerator Perry and Rose in there, too.
I forgot about that, yeah.
The celebrity wing now, guys. Come on.
Survivor Series, the end of it. WWE just blasted Dana White and UFC for scrambling to put preliminary fights on their pay-per-view card to fill the card out.
I've noticed that, man. I noticed that. It was on WWE.com that they were slamming the UFC, saying that they can't. Well, they have to use undercards or I guess dark matches, whatever you want to call it, to fill up 3-hour programming for their pay-per-views. And then here we go. In truth, you made this known on the Survivor Series thread on OWWFan.com. You made this known that WWE did the same thing.
Yeah, they ended it was 18 minutes early, I think.
It was like 20
minutes.
Yeah.
Corey did the math. How far back did you go? 2001?
Yeah, since after WrestleMania 17.
So here I am. What time was it? It was like 7:40 or so, and I'm watching Ring of Honor promos and commercials on the pay-per-view channel, and also UFC promos, because they're filling time for WWE because they gypped us a whole 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, at WWE, that's at least 2 more matches you could have fit in,
That's true.
And Corey did the math. It was like 1,300 minutes since 2001 that they've ended pay-per-views early, 15 minutes early.
Maybe we should get like a percentage of our money back from that pay-per-view.
Good luck.
Free pay-per-view. A couple free pay-per-views. It equaled out to almost 24 hours that they've screwed us out of.
How much you pay for your pay-per-view, Corey?
They're about $35.
$35. I think Contempt told me he paid $20. It's like a standard price over there, just $20. That's it for every pay-per-view.
Huh.
Yeah, he's on some weird setup.
I paid $35.95. Is that what you paid, Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah, $35.95 for the show. And
it was horrible.
I mean, the Contempt made a good point on the forum. He said that the elimination matches were actually pretty good. They were. Like I said, the first one was it set the stage, and then it just went downhill from that. Batista in his match against Orton, that was actually pretty good as well. Batista's team against Orton's team, that was pretty good.
That leaves Orton undefeated at Survivor Series, does it not?
That's right, he does. Got a nice little run there.
At least twice.
Was it 3 now? It's 3 now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. Rhodes survived with him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, OWW Radio, OWW Genesis, radio at ObsessedWithWrestling.com is our email address. Nick Anthony and Kenai Andrews. When we come back, let's talk a little bit about Rey Mysterio's and Shawn Michaels teaming for the first time against Miz and Morrison. Where's this storyline going? All next when we come back. OWW Radio, OWW Genesis, Nick and Kenai.
OWW Genesis, obsessed with wrestling.
Obsessed with Wrestling Radio, OWWFan.com. Email us, radio at ObsessedWithWrestling.com, radio at ObsessedWithWrestling.com. All one word. Nick Anthony and Kenai Andrews. What was it, 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago, I think, Daniel? Miz and Morrison were in a match with Rey Mysterio and, what's his name? HBK, Shawn Michaels. And Morrison hit Shawn Michaels with the super kick, if you can remember.
That was a nice-looking super kick.
Yeah, Morrison would try to kick Michaels. Michaels ducks out of the way and then returns a super kick to Michaels. Fast forward to this week, Monday, and in return, Ray and Shawn defeat Miz and Morrison. So this feud's been going on, I guess, for a while now. And like I said earlier in the show, Shawn Michaels is starting to really tick me off a little bit about not putting over wrestlers. I know he just had this huge rivalry with Y2J in which he sold really well, and I think it's good for him to put over Chris Jericho, although we know Jericho's already over with the fans, but this even elevates his career even more by beating Shawn Michaels. But don't you think that Rey Mysterio and Shawn Michaels should be jobbing out more to Miz and Morrison? Now, get this. Miz and Morrison, tag team champions at one point, right? Tag team champions at one point, work well together, been tagging for months now. And then you put together Shawn and Ray, and they completely whoop their ass.
Yeah, you get two established main eventers against two pretty much still rookies, though. Yeah,
but seasoned tag team vets.
Well...
And you're going to tell me that two seasoned tag team vets, tag team champions, can't win over a newly formed tag team who's never tagged before, never teamed before, in Ray and Shawn? You're going to tell me they can't get a pinfall over these guys? Well, they did once.
I think it's all just part of the crap booking of tag team matches in general in WWE for the last few years.
They don't know how to build a tag team anymore.
No. There were reports that they were possibly breaking those two up, weren't they? Miz and Morrison?
Yeah, they've said that before.
I think they want to push Morrison.
I mean, the way he laid the beat down on Michaels after the match on Raw this week, did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
A push could be coming.
He made Cena's beat down look like crap, man. He just tackled him to start putting the fist to
Now,
him.
is he in that Intercontinental Championship tournament? Whatever Morrison? The hell they're calling that?
Morrison, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's one match they haven't announced for it yet.
No, that means they don't know who it is.
Mysterio and Miz next week, so
and
then there should be one more match, but they haven't said who it is. The way they hoarded out this week, you figure they'd have mentioned something.
Yeah.
That's what they should call it, the Intercontinental Whoring DVD tournament.
Actually, I think Morrison should actually be in the upper card, man. He's championship material.
He was ECW champion and Intercontinental champion, 2 or 3 times?
Yeah, but yet they have Kane in there. Kane, you explain that to me.
Kane should have been left on ECW.
But Kane was Intercontinental champion, wasn't he?
Kane seems to get screwed over a lot.
23 hours, too.
You said Kane seems to be screwed over a lot?
Yeah. He doesn't get the booking he deserves, in my opinion.
No. If they're going to have all 3 brands and not use him right, they should have left him on ECW where he was at least champion.
Yeah,
I agree. Look at you, man. What's with this Shane and Stephanie argument? Fighting over control of Raw?
What I read was it's supposed to lead back to WrestleMania with Vince coming back.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
I don't know. I just think Raw's going to go back in the crapper now that Cena's back. It's been great the last few months.
Yeah, without him.
You never knew where it was going.
It's just so unbelievable that he comes back from, what did he have first, the knee surgery or something? And he comes back at Royal Rumble early. Then he gets hurt again.
Oh, that was from pec surgery.
Was it pec? Okay. Well, excuse me, smartass. So he comes back, and he comes back from this neck surgery, which is stupid. He's going to end his career.
I don't know. He's getting pretty good, taken care of pretty good. He's got good surgeons. That's the same guy that did Angle's last neck surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was an interview with Triple H on the forum, wasn't there, where he talked about how wrestling is basically seen his whole life. He doesn't really have anything else.
He's going to end up in a wheelchair. That's what he's going to do.
I mean, I respect that if he loves wrestling and that's what he wants to do, but you got to be cautious and careful.
Yeah.
Look at Dynamite Kid,
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly how he's going to end up if he doesn't slow and pace himself. I think he's just so, I don't know, he's a media whore. That's what he is.